Look, 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 look. It's a beautiful day on this duck lease. It's a beautiful day for a duck lease. Would you be my hunting buddy? Oh, would you be my hunting buddy? I have always wanted to get a limit just right here. I've always wanted to shoot a limit of ducks, so let's make the most of this beautiful season. We'll get a lot of ducks, at least within reason. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my hunting buddy? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my hunting buddy? Hey, buddy. You know, sometimes when the season's not going, there's still work to do out on the hunting lease. And on days like this, I like to come out and watch the birds play and set up some blinds for future hunts. Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy the footage we got this morning, coming out here, sitting on this little road in between the flooded fields. Saw a lot of ducks. It is 1 week after teal season, and we had our first cool front of the year, and we're starting to see some big ducks. This morning I saw gadwall and pintail. I saw a nice big flight of like 6 pintail come in. But the teal, you know, thousands of them just crossing right over the road here between our two flooded fields. But it's also important when you can to get out in non-hunting situations and watch birds. This morning I got real close to some birds. I was able to watch how they were interacting with each other, how they were sitting, and I was surprised to see just how close together a lot of the birds were. The sleeping birds and the feeding birds are right on top of each other. And by seeing them and how they act naturally out here without any hunting pressure or gunshots, is really fun to see how they interact and how it should set up spreads. I mean, there are a lot of theories out there on how to get ducks to position and come on in to a spread, and it's really all about manipulating the ducks. But my philosophy often is you want things to be pretty natural to really encourage them to come in. But when you can make a natural looking spread and incorporate some of the strategies for guiding birds exactly where you want them, then I think that's really the ideal setup. I've been hunting this lease out here in Garwood since I was a little boy. I would, before I even had waders, I'd come out here early in the season in camo overalls and a pair of boots. And I'd follow my dad with a wooden gun as young as 5 years old. And I'd hear him get up to go hunting, and I'd get up and I'd beg him, please take me with you. And he'd say, it's cold and raining, you don't want to go. But still, you know, I wanted to be like my old man. I wanted to go out there and do the things. And I found a love for hunting unlike anything else. To be out here in nature and watch the world wake up and the sun rise for a chance to shoot some birds, it was so worth it. And I started hunting with my own youth model Remington 20 gauge when I was, I think, 12. I got my first shotgun, and I'll never forget the first time that I shot at a goose. I'll never forget the first time that I hit a goose. I'll never forget, you know, my first time getting a double and a triple out duck hunting. And those are experiences I'd like to pass on to others. There's a lot of wonderful ways to give back to nature. And, you know, paying a farmer to, you know, flood fields, and, you know, buying a federal duck stamp, you know, there's great ways to give back.
Is to set it inside of the levee, just inside the levee, and dig down a little bit against the levee, and then level it out this way, and then get it level.
You just really need somebody who's already duck hunting to kind of show you the way, or to kind of introduce you to it. There's a lot of people who just don't know how to get into hunting, and you know, you can go out to the coast and hunt those marsh ducks and have some success, but having an inn on an exclusive and expensive lease like here in Garwood it's pretty special. And you know, I'll be the first to admit, back in the day when I was a boy, we had world-class goose hunting out here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can find a few, but in those days there was 20, 30 times as much of the grain on the ground, and the geese would come in and they would knock all this down with their bellies, getting down there and doing that, and you'd come in and see the way it was over there where the road was. Yeah. When they would come in there 2 or 3 times to get all that rice, they would beat that down like that. And if you got in a field where it was still hot, they were still using it. When they beat it down like that, it was so easy to kill the geese, they'd come right in.
Wow. World-class goose hunting. But you know, times have changed. The geese don't come down like they used to here on the coastal prairie. I understand a lot of the speckabellies now, you know, really stomp up around Lubbock, and that's where they're hanging out. So, you know, it's a bit of a drive up to North Texas from the Houston area, Austin area. You know, it's at least, you know, 7-8 hour drive. I'll have to look that up. Oh, those yellow jackets. Okay. Yeah, it might have been a wasp. I don't know if it was a yellow jacket. I didn't see it. I just felt it, and all of a sudden I heard the buzzing, and I'm like, how many are there?
You're right on their thing. Their nest is like right there. Yeah, they're already pissed off.
They are up top, huh? My hero. Well, we still have great duck hunting, and snow geese still do come down in decent numbers. So my plan for the season, I'm going to try to get a good dozen hunts in, and when there's geese, we'll hunt some geese. When there's ducks, we'll hunt ducks. And when there's no birds out here, we will sleep in and maybe do some fishing. I would love if I have an opportunity to do some river fishing this fall, or better yet, get out to the coast and try to catch some reds. But you know, when you put a lot of money down to be on a duck lease, you want to go hunt some ducks. So that's what I'm going to be working on this fall. I think it's hard sometimes to really make the time to come out here and sit and watch the birds fly around when it's not hunting season. I mean, it's a valuable weekend. I could be out fishing or squirrel hunting or you know, shooting archery for deer. All right, here's the finished product of the spray painting and the netting and the rubber mat in there. I might clean up that end there a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about it. Got this glue down here. That'll stay. We might trim some of this netting here and then be able to put it back behind here. I think that'd be more important later in the season once all this is dead. I want to thank you guys for watching Treading Outdoors. This has just been a little hobby of mine. I do a lot of hunting and fishing in different environments, and I want to share that with others. All right, so that's broken down on the left side there, and the blind itself is actually going to be lower than that once we get it all feathered down. I have got to get back to the house. I have painters coming today. But you get the time in where you can, right? Ideally, I would have all of this done by now, and we'll have tilled up some of this grass right here for a pothole. Yeah, this place has a little bit of potential, man.
I like the teal.
I like the teal. This place holds teal like nothing.
I like the teal. The teal like the place. I like the place.